Alright, look, I know the title is a bit much and who knows how I end up making the thumbnail, but it is true to an extent. For the past couple months, I would say I pretty much had no money going into my stock portfolio. Now, I don't want you guys to think it's just because I actually have a whole reason, or I should say a couple reasons behind it, and that's kind of why I chose to make this video today. Now, before we get into the video, I have to say this is for me, and these are a couple reasons why I stopped investing, or correct word, reduced the amount of money I had going in the stock market. So just keep that in mind. If you guys plan on making a decision based on this video, just make sure you guys do what works best for you. Yo, what is up guys? It's your boy Faris, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing a couple reasons why I stopped investing a lot of my money in the stock market and started putting it in different areas, and why I think that's the best decision for me right now. And yes, I'll be going over these different areas as well for those of you that are interested. But before I get into all that good stuff, you guys already know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe if you guys haven't already. I make videos all about money, business, crypto, stocks, all that good stuff. So if you guys are interested, do your boy a favor and subscribe. Also because it'll help the YouTube algorithm. Now, I don't want you guys to think this is just something that I thought of out of the blue. This is something I've been contemplating for a really long time, and after all this time, this is the conclusion that I came to. And I already know it's gonna stir up a lot of drama in the comment section saying this is the dumbest thing I'm doing, I'm gonna lose all my money. But like I said, this is something I thought long and hard on, and I think this is the best thing for me right now at my age. Keyword for me. Now, when I first started investing in stocks, it was for the same reasons as everyone else. I wanted to be financially free, and stocks was the best option. And that's what I did. Ever since I turned 18, I started dabbling in the stock market. I saved up every penny I had from working, birthdays, and just putting it back into the stock market. The problem I had was I only invested in long-term plays, which is perfectly fine what I wanted to do at the time. I wasn't too educated at the time about options or trading or other ways to make money with the stock market rather than just holding it for the long term. All I knew was you had to buy something and you had to hold it until you retire. That way you'll get the best return on your money. And I did just that for a couple months. You see, when I was 18, the year was 2018, and something really big happened at the end of 2017 leading up to 2018. And I'm pretty sure you guys already know what it is. If not, let me give you a hint. People name it the biggest scam of the century, the best way to make your money go to zero, and a whole bunch of other things. Yeah, it was crypto, and at the time in 2018, I was introduced to it in early summer before all the hype came into it, when no one was talking about it. And because it was something new, I didn't want to take too much of a risk, so I put less than what I had in the stock market and still ended up making more with crypto in like half the time. To put into reference how early I was, Bitcoin is currently like at $45,000-$50,000. When I got in, it was just about $2,000. But because I was so early, it wasn't just Bitcoin, it was all the other coins that were dirt cheap as well. Ethereum was like $100, Cardano was like less than a penny, and half of the coins that are out right now weren't even a thing. As an 18-year-old, seeing that gain in such a short period of time was unbelievable, so I started studying more and more about crypto and slowly fell in love with it. Now, before you click out of this video and say I'm just a kid who doesn't know what he's talking about and only cares about crypto, just hear me out for a second. As I said, growing up, in order to be financially free, I was taught stocks was the only thing that'll help me get there, and because of that information, I still continued investing in it. So I continued to put money in stock while also putting a fraction of that in crypto, and day over day, my crypto returns were always significantly higher than my stock returns. Now, I did this for a couple months and slowly started switching the amounts that were going into each market. More money started pouring into crypto and less into stocks, till there was pretty much nothing I had going into the stock market. So what are some reasons that made me make this decision? The first and the biggest reason, and I'm sure you already kind of got the hint for it, was the returns. The average return on the stock market is about 7% a year, which we're taught to be really good. You know, if you can get 7% on your money year over year, you'll be golden by the time you retire because of the compounding effect that goes with it as well. With crypto, that's not the case at all. You'll get a 7% return within hours, and shoot, maybe even within a couple minutes of just buying something, which is insane.
What?
The way I saw it was, let's say I had $1,000 and I ended up going the general route of putting it in the stock market, which would average me about a 7% return a year. If I was not to add any more money after the $1,000, after 20 years I would be left with $3,800. Now, on the other hand, let's look at crypto, and with this, let's be a little conservative with the returns and say you get a 2.5% return on your money every single month, which is very doable with crypto. That would come out to a 30% return on your money every year, which would take you $1,000 and have it worth close to $200,000 in 20 years.
What?
Now yes, this is all hypothetical and it's a lot easier said than done, but the returns generally are far more greater with crypto than they are with stocks. But with returns like this, we see a lot more risk. Although the crypto returns are there's insane amount of risk there as well. It's common to see a 10, 15, 20% gain in a single day across the crypto market, but it's just as common to see losses of 20% in a day and sometimes even more. My logic here is with me being so young, I can afford to take the risks because if I do lose all my money with crypto, which I highly doubt, I'll be perfectly fine. Now obviously this is for me and I can't speak for you guys. You just have to see what part of life are you at right now and if you can afford to take these risks. Another reason I stopped is trading hours. Now, many people don't know this, but with crypto, you can trade, buy or sell, or do whatever you want any time of the day. You can wake up at 2 a.m. in the middle of the night and buy something or sell something and it'll go through right away. Whereas stocks, you can't do that. There is a certain time you can buy these stocks. Where I live is from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. And on top of all that, it's closed on weekends too. So let's say you want to buy something late at night. You can't because the market is closed and it won't go in until the next trading day. And if you want to buy something on the weekends, well, you're out of luck on that front as well. And the thing is, many people, including myself, work from 8 to 4 or 9 to 5 when the stock market is open, and they usually don't have the time to go in and buy something or do research on a specific stock. They usually get more free time at nighttime, but when they go out to buy something, then the market is already closed. With crypto, you don't have to worry about that. You can buy things right away. You don't have to worry about buying it in a certain time frame. If you hear some news, you can take action on it right away. You don't have to wait till the next day or after the weekend. The last reason what really held me back from investing in stocks is the future. Now, we all know companies are going to be around till the end of time, and until they are around, so will the stock market. If we look at crypto, for example, it's a very, very new market. A lot of people still don't know anything about it. It's a very speculative thing. We see very drastic sides to it. We see people saying this is going to be the future and this is going to be the new currency and everyone's going to use it to buy stuff and send money. And then we also see people saying it's one huge bubble and it's going to flop and everything's going to go to zero. Now, those are some pretty scary odds, so you can see why I thought very long and hard about this decision. With crypto, every single day there's new and new technologies being built on the blockchain. When I first got into crypto, there wasn't smart contracts, DEXs, yield farming, NFTs. These were all things implemented later on. And when they were created, it created a lot of buzz, adding a lot more market share to crypto. Constantly seeing new things being added and making the ecosystem grow is a great sign to show that there's a lot of potential in the future. And if you think about it, the people working on these different things wouldn't be working on them and spending all this time if they didn't see a point or a big potential in the future. Now look, I know crypto is very, very risky and there's probably no other asset class as risky as crypto, but like I said, this is where a lot of the new money is being made and I don't want to be the one who is left out from it. The way I see it, I'm still very young and I hopefully have a long life to live, and I know no one knows where crypto will be in 10, 20, 30 years, but I do know it's a risk that I'm willing to take. And I don't want you guys to think I'm just going all in on crypto and not doing anything else. I'm still going to contribute to my retirement account. I'm still going to make other investments and do a whole bunch of other things. But with stocks, I'm going to be holding back quite a bit on putting a lot of money in the market. Yeah, it's a great long-term safe haven play, but at my age right now, I want to take as many risks as I possibly can. Let me clarify, as many calculated risks as I possibly can. One question that people might ask or be on your mind is, why can't I invest in both? Why can't I do stocks and crypto at the same time? The thing is, I can, but it's the opportunity cost that I'm losing out on. So let's say I do a 50-50 split with my investing money. I put 50% in stocks and 50% in crypto. And let's say crypto does really well, whereas the stocks barely even moved. If I would have took that other 50% and put it into crypto, my gains would have been significantly larger. Don't worry, I know diversification is really big and you shouldn't have all your eggs in one basket, as I don't either. I have plenty of other investments out there as well, but when it comes to stocks, I don't see the returns in the short or even long term to even somewhat compared to the crypto returns. But all I can say is do your own research. Both definitely have their pros and cons. You just have to see which one works best with your risk level. Also, one more thing, if you guys are interested in buying crypto, I suggest checking out crypto.com. They're the #1 place where you guys can buy crypto. They have all the top crypto you guys would ever like to buy, so if you guys are interested, I'll leave a link to where you can sign up with them down in the description box below. But that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in next week's video. Peace.